I guess, on my YouTube channel, this is probably the first time I'm actually like introducing my novel. So let me do the intro properly now. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl King Kamala 39, and I am currently writing a Jamaican folklore-based fantasy novel based on my own culture, and it's a coming-of-age story following my main character, not naming her yet, through the land of the dead. So if you're into that kind of stuff, if you're curious to discover a new author, yeah, stay tuned on my journey. Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've just been thinking. I've been thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And, you know, new wrinkles have been forming in my brain, and I've just been brainstorming new ideas. So if you have been following me recently, you know that I've been talking about my novel that I'm writing, my Jamaican fantasy novel based on folklore that I've grown up with and I've heard about because I'm Jamaican. Yes. And I've been thinking a lot about the story that I want to tell. And it's a coming of age story of a woman. I'm not going to tell you her name yet. I almost spoiled something right off rip. But book's not even out yet. Imagine me, the author, spoiling it for y'all. Damn. But anyways, I've just been thinking about motivation to write because I was trying to finish this by the end of November, but my first draft by the end of November, but it's November 25th, and like Thanksgiving holiday is coming up now, so that's not happening. But my hard deadline is by the end of 2025 because I've been working on this idea for, I mean, if I really stop and think, like, when is the first time I had an idea to write a novel at all, it's probably when I was a kid. It's probably when I first realized that I had a talent, honestly, for writing. And it came about with poetry because I wrote a poem about my silver earrings, and I'm wearing them now, actually. This little guy I've had since we lived in Bermuda. So that would have been 2006, I probably got them. And I lost one in Spain. The ocean snatched it from me. The ocean has a history of taking shiny things from me. I want that earring back so badly, but that's not the point. It's not the point. But I completely lost track of what I was saying. I wrote a poem, yes. But when we moved to America, I wrote a poem about my silver earrings back in grade school. And I realized, based on other people's reaction, that I had a talent for it. And I was like, oh, is there something here? And then I got insecure, and I was like, no, there isn't. Why would I be able to write a book? So had I had the confidence that I have now back then, I probably would have released this book by the time I was like 13 already. But I'm glad I didn't, because obviously I'm more eloquent now. I'm better at speaking now. I'm already past the age of the characters in my book now, so I can actually write about what it's like to be that age. I'm just past the age of my characters in the book. So when I first started writing it, oh my gosh, I actually want to tell you a little backstory. Sit down, y'all. Actually, I'm not even going to pause it because TikTok has a 10-minute limit now. Bow. So I was thinking that my characters, whoever I created, Percy Jackson, OG Black Air Force energy, real New Yorker. That's my boy. That's my slime. That's my dog. He was one of the original inspirations for this. And even though it's not taking a Percy Jackson like route, the idea of interweaving gods into my story definitely stemmed from Percy Jackson, and for some reason its lesser known sister series, King Chronicles, the Egyptian gods, chewed. But there's so many inspirations for this novel, for this series, dare I say trilogy. My main inspirations today as an adult, as someone in my 20s, Percy Jackson is still up there, probably top 3, but I'm just going to write it about older people. And I'm not going to be following some of this, I'm not writing about the Greek gods or the Egypt. Well, yet to be seen when it comes to the African gods, which ones I incorporate into the story. So TBD. But also there's the Orisha, which I'm learning more about now. So that's fun. That's funsies. There's also, it's going to be a lot of water-based myths, partially because I am a water sign and I'm only now accepting that truth as an adult. I'm only now accepting. Do I speak English? I do. I'm only now accepting the realities of being a water sign and all of the tumultuous emotions that come with that. But if there's one thing we're damned good at, it is performing. That's where, like, the arts, being a water sign, down. Oh, the arts, we dominate. Hate to say it, we dominate that. I don't hate to say it at all, it's the truth. And lucky for me, my sun, moon, and rising balance each other out. It's a lot of water. It's heavy water, dominant base, 2 out of 3. Cancer, sun, Virgo, rising, Scorpio, moon. I don't know why I said it in that order, but the Virgo, she locks everybody else in. Yes. I'm all over the place. I might as well just make this a separate YouTube video on its own because we're gonna hit the 10-minute mark real quick. And this is just, I have the gift of gab when I am sitting alone in my room like this and chit-chatting and yapping, and I'm trying to... Never been to that side of the planet, by the way. I don't know why I keep slipping into that accent. I just keep watching British YouTubers and Bridgerton. So, I lost track of what I was saying. Am I even going to post this? I'm probably going to have to start over. I'm going to make a shorter version that's under a minute in a second. I'm just sitting here thinking about how I can be inspired and talking like this. Having my makeshift microphone, handheld mirror. Isn't she gorgeous? I got it at an antique shop and now I'm just using her as like a inspiration. Yeah. Man, I need to redo my hair color. It's very cute. I'm loving the micro lock live. Not loving reties. I've only done one retie so far, but it's been fun. It's been cute. It's been fresh. It's been fire. Would recommend if you're tender-headed like myself. Would recommend if you have hair that grows quickly but you struggle to retain length. Would recommend if you are migraine prone like me. Because if there's... I love my natural hair. I love my fro. I did see a girl at the movie theater when I went to watch Wicked 2 the other night, like a few nights ago, and I saw her fro and I was like, oh, I miss mine. I did get like a little bit of buyer's remorse. I didn't buy it. I mean, I did this myself. But then I was like, no, I'm on a different journey. That's not my journey anymore. Also, it's just hair. If it comes down to it. You might think, oh, well, why don't you pull it out? Because I don't hate myself. Like, I'm not going through pulling out locks. That's never going to be me. I've done it like once or twice when I've just left my braids in too long. And that is the extent of what I can manage. What else? Back to my book. I'm probably gonna have to cut and paste and put parts of this in a different... I may never post this. This could just be the gift of gab for me and me alone, and I just enjoy that and look back on that. But I've kind of been making a vlog about my novel writing process, and I started filming that back in 2021. No, I started sketching it out in 2021 back in college, and then I actually... Once I got to the digital version, I started sketching out characters. And as I was creating the characters, fun fact, I was going to start with Greek mythology. I was going to make this based on Greek myths because of Percy Jackson. And actually, I was inspired by The Boys for some reason. The Amazon Prime show, The Boys, to do like a graphic novel. I just loved the idea of superheroes, but they're actually like terrible people. I loved the idea of that, so that's kind of what sparked this in a way. And then I was like, why don't I just write about my own culture? It's not mainstream in this way. I mean, Jamaican culture has inspired a lot in the entertainment industry and field, but it's usually musical. Like, if you know nothing about Jamaica, you know Bob Marley. So that's usually one of three things I get when I introduce myself as Jamaican: Bob Marley, Wagwan, Bumbaclot, and wait, what else? Weed. I'm probably gonna have to censor that, but we're at 10 minutes. I hope this was enjoyable. This was just a yap session, and I'm trying to get back on track and task with posting weekly. And I think sit down videos are so much fun. So thank you for joining me this week. I do not have a literary agent yet, unfortunately. I know where to start now, but I have not written my query letter because a lot of them, when you're a new author, unpublished author, they want you to actually have a full manuscript sometimes, and I don't have a full manuscript for them yet. I have sections that I would gladly let people read, but it's not complete, it's not finished yet. So if you want to hear a little bit more about me, about my journey, if you wanted to discover a new YouTuber, if you wanted to discover a multi-talented and multifaceted new artist, subscribe. Subscribe. Hey, look up. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Hell, throw in Pinterest too. It's the same name across channels. Which way would you read if you're watching? King Kamala 39 or King Kamala 39. It's the same either way. I got the 39 from the 39 Clues that I read years ago, and I got King. You don't care. Follow me. Never mind. Bye. Oh, I need a thumbnail. Oh my god, I need a thumbnail. Okay, this is not rocket science.